the ability to improve like the skills or your communication skills is like very nice. It's going to help you. I mean, speak like Obama, be fine like who is fine safe. Yeah, be fine like me. No. So basically, yeah, CV writing and LinkedIn optimization. I would try to be very practical. So let's go straight up. So there's even between CV and resume, but in Nigerian context, you see that they use the same words. So for CV and resume, because CV is more academia. When I mean academia, CV is more of a let's say you want to apply for a job in university, let's say you want to apply for a scholarship, that's like the right word. CV is and resume is more of work. So normally the right word they're supposed to be using is resume. So times can change. People are rarely subject. Some people might argue with you that they are the same. But this like thing when you check up Google and you check up do your further research, you find out that this is what you find up online. So and okay, so let me go back to this. So difference between CV and resume also CV is I tell more detailed, so resume is quite a little bit shorter. Not short as though, but an average. So what do you think an average page for a resume should be? So but in Nigeria, if they have to send your CV, it's the same. They have to send your resume. The action of the same thing. So I would say for if you are a fresh graduate, at least say 3 4 years work experience or less. Your resume or your CV should not be more than a page if you're applying for a job in Nigeria. Because so now the question is that so how am I going to even write up what I have is not even up to a page, or some of you are even well experienced that your CV is a page and a half or something. So because you might be hearing this for the first time, this might not go well with you. So and before I really probably say anything in this video, to be because of I see that is what a lot of people are doing. So what will help us throughout this course is I'm going to show you my folder where I was able to develop CV. I'm going to show you my cover letter. I'm going to show you my LinkedIn profile. But I advise that before you focus on LinkedIn, if you've not opened a LinkedIn account, you need to first of all focus on writing your CV. So tips for CV writing. So your email address and your home address. Let me just blah blah blah. Okay. 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 So I think I know what we'll do. So tips for CV writing: your email address and your home address. Check up Google for the job description of your prospective role. I'm gonna read all of this and I'll just open my CV and I'm going to open a CV template that would really guide us. So in case I check up I open that CV template and there's a particular tip I did not say, I would have covered it in this tip here. So check your email address and your home address. So make sure that you check up the job description of your prospective role. So it must fit into your career path. You should understand career path now. So CV writing is more of a mental work actually. People used to think that it's more of a I don't have a laptop, I don't have a this thing. 60-70% more of a mental work. I mean you write down some stuff or you probably use your phone to write down okay this is what I want it to be arranged. So you can't just one off sit down and say you have a perfect document. So you would start from one, edit, send to people to help you to review. They will tell you to remove this, and because of anything that is basically the humans that we're reading, it is subjective. You don't have a one straight route to a CV. Some things I will tell you to remove in a CV now, some people will tell you that you should add it. So it just depends on you just try to at least do like what majority you accept. So copy, rebrand and make it look original. Like when I mean copy, rebrand and make it look original, you don't have to bring up all the idea by yourself. Just check out anything that you are doing or you want to do. Somebody must have done it before. Just check the words they used. Check up Google and okay, what words people use for this and say okay, how will you rebrand it in a way that will look original like it's yours. Everything must be plausible. Like everything in your CV must make sense. Not like you say that you've been business development manager since maybe undergraduate or something. So it must be plausible. So most time people move up from internship and they work as a team member before they work as a team lead. And you can't say that maybe you're a fresh graduate, you've worked in 5 organizations. So all those things does not necessarily make sense. So HRs that will be reviewing your CV, they've seen a lot of CV. People are lighting their CV and they know they can see it. So try to make sure everything is plausible. And I say there's no single format for a document human will read, including CV. Don't add age, sex, state of origin. Although for this age, I sent my CV to I think two, three big organizations. I know that most of the big organizations actually, especially those who are entry roles or those who tell you that post NYC blah blah blah. Most of them will require you to add your age. For those who specify age brackets, most times I think I just learned that you need to send your CV that includes your age. But normally you're not supposed to add your age to your CV. So you just think that would now, common is CV writing excuse. Say I don't have a laptop, I don't have any experience, I don't have any skills, I'm busy. So if you are in that category, this end of this category, you will need to come off this excuse. So there's nobody that doesn't have any experience. There's nobody that does not have any skill, even though it's communication or writing, or you shall find one skills to learn in 2 days. Or I am busy. So if you are busy, I'm not sure if you want to position yourself rightly. So practical CV writing approach. So I started here. Be ready to write your CV yourself. Yes, I think I'm glad with this first thing I wrote. Be ready to write your CV yourself. So if you are the kind of this guy that is saying all this video, let me pay him 2k, urgent 2k. I don't know yet 2k except you want to pay like 500 million or something. But on a very honest, be ready to write your CV yourself. So what I just help people do is just review. At least you must have written something substantial before I can even say, okay, blah blah blah. Let me help change some stuff. So you write any experience you have, either work volunteering, church department, or whatever experience, even if it is not any way related to your career path. This is not a CV format though. So what you need to do is just either your notebook or your laptop or any notepad you are using. So you are going to write all the experience you have, the one that you sold Maggie, the one that you sold this. Just write everything. So it is from that major list that you wrote that you are going to be picking out the things you feel like you want to add in your CV. You now feel like, these things are not important. So write out the skills, soft and hard skills you have. So if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to soft and hard skills, hard skills are basic. Like let's say I'm a copywriter, I'm a this, like the things you can do. I can do data analysis. I think those are hard skills. Soft skills are what helps you communicate better. Your hard skills, like say maybe emotional intelligence, leadership, blah blah blah, all of those stuff. I think I might be wrong with these soft and hard skills you have, but just check up Google and check top soft skills one should have. Let's check it up now. Let's check it up now. Let me just check top soft skills. Top soft skills is here. Top soft skills. Yeah, I mean, no more ways. So that's it: communication, teamwork, time management, problem solving. Why hard skills are all these like your technical skills, top art skills, you see analytical skills, marketing, presentation, management, project management. So you see, so you just write your top soft skills and your top hard skills. So I think so because you need to have a section for skills on your CV. So and I will say do not do it with your first draft. So what you need to do is copy the document in your first draft into a new document. So you now be removing, for example, if you have worked in 20 different places. So don't just say these five do not even make sense to me. Let me remove those five first of all. So you create another document and you now remove. From there you keep reducing, you create new document. So the idea is that because there might be things that you feel like you remove that you might eventually want to bring back. So that's like another advice. It's the practical CV writing approach. Like I said, delete the things you are sure you don't want to be in your CV. Delete them first of all. The one that no, this one I went to sell paper can't even be on my CV. So remove them. Understand that majority of your content of your CV must be pointing to the choice of your career. Now, this is like one of the most important tips you need to learn in writing CV. If you worked as a teacher, you worked as an accountant, you worked as a lawyer, that's possible. Like you've worked in unrelated roles, I would advise you that your CV should like being in line with a career path. It should be in line with your career path. Now, for those who have constraint and say, okay, what their career path is, especially those who are fresh graduate, they don't have any experience, and most of the organization will say come with 2 3 years experience, and most of the roles that they say entry level roles, I think for me it's just another packaging of trying to say they want to pay you something less or a less of a salary or something. So is that probably underemployment or so? But when it gets to what there's just a way you have to draft your CV in such a way that it will suit in line with the career path. But when I open a CV for you, I will show you guys practical ways on what to do. So I said, check Google to know the role of a person in your field with different keywords. So no, check up Google. So you need to be able to know, okay, what is the role of an SEO, blah blah blah. What's the role of a copywriter? What's the role of a content writer? What's the role of a this? So, and if you are going to be applying for different jobs that are unrelated. Let's say you want to apply for a right, you have a skill in writing. You also have a skill in data analysis. You want to apply for those kind of jobs. Maybe you are open to any jobs. There are people are saying I can do any work. There's nothing like any work. Like you need to have a direction of your career path. So this your career path will now be giving you a direction of the jobs you'll be applying for. So your CV will be in line with those jobs you'll be applying for, so that when your CV is going to be passing through the ATS testing. ATS is I think applicant tracking system. It's a software HR use for them to filter CVs that are not in line with the job roles they specify. So there's just that way that software works, that if they insert your CV in it, if you do not write certain keywords in your industry inside your CV, the ATS will not pull up your CV, or it will mark your CV low, and they will not bother to check your CV. So your CV will just stay in the machine level reading. So no human will read it. And so that's like why you need to make sure that your CV that you'll be using to apply for this kind of role should be, let's say for example, if you want to apply for a research analyst, you want to apply for a data analyst or business analyst role, those things are still related. You might not need to be drafting 3 different CV, but if you are applying for roles that are unrelated, so you might have to draft 2 different CV or more. But I advise that you just have 1 or 2 CVs sorry, 1 or 2 CVs that talks about like that is in line, that's a direction. I think that's like my key word. So I said check Google to know the role of a person when you fill your different keywords. So after thorough research, then write in a CV format. Okay, I'm also going to be adding these slides to the link for you to, in case when you get this video you see the slide also. So remember dates are in reverse chronological order. I think I will explain that when I open a sample CV. Eliminate work experience that are not very related. You see the my parties are very related and are not very related to your career path. For now, don't care about formatting or the number of pages. I said earlier that the number of pages of your CV should be just one. For now, when you are trying to draft your CV, don't say I want it to just be 1 page. Try to just walk around, let's say 2 pages, try reduce, and first work with 2 pages, format where till it's just 1 page. So eventually, most time people recommend you use font 12. But I found out that so you can add a couple of stuff on your CV. My own recommendation is that if you are a fresh graduate, you should have 3 to 4 work experience. For that part of that work experience, 2 to 3 should be internship, and major work experience, like one major work, like you did internship. If you are using 3, you did 2 internship, you now worked in one organization, maybe as a full-time staff, or maybe if you are using 4, I think that way you understand better. And also I would say you should have like a volunteering/leadership experience section. You have a section for skills. So if you are trying to do all of that, then that might not be able to suit a 1 page if you are using font 12. So you can use font 11 also. My CV is font 11, but this is subjective. Most of the things you see online is font 12. So and Times New Roman is not bad. So the other font also, they're professional. So yeah, you also try to adjust your width, the length and the breadth. I'm going to explain this. So volunteering experience should not take up more than 30% of your CV. Like at least maybe just, even though you're a volunteering master, So when it comes to volunteering, I think I'm big on that too. But my CV just has um, one volunteering experience. So I did not write all because that's not the most important thing to an HR manager. What is your CV has to communicate? What can you do? So now you that write in details only one or list all. I would explain this later. Rebranding is key. Rebranding is key. Rebranding is key. I think you should understand that. Achievement has to be in past tense and clear formats. So you did not say that even though you are still currently working there, you don't need to say to what I like what it means like maybe carried out or led a team of this, not like leading a team of. So I will just show. And for simplicity, you don't have more than 3 to 4 things you did in an organization. Explain, give it to others to evaluate. You need to be able to defend everything on your CV. So before we go to this LinkedIn optimization, so let's quickly just try to see CV. So I have a folder here for job application. Job application. So let me see. So this is. Are you serious? There's supposed to be something here. Okay, I found it. Now this PDF here is I downloaded it online. I think this was the first PDF guide I'll use to for me to know what's up with CV. I heard then when I first graduated, I knew people were paying to know how to write CV or people were paying people to write CV, but I don't just know naturally all these things didn't just gel with me. I was just feeling like maybe I was doing Baba Jebu then. I was like I can't pay anybody to do CV for me. So now this is Harvard Extension School. So they gave like a guide on writing to resume. You see now I said resume. So resume and cover letter. So what is cover letter? Cover letter, maybe what you can basically relate it to the application letter, but it's different. There's a cover letter here, so you can read. So I will not basically go through all of this, but I will also attach this PDF to this video. But in case you also can also search up Google and just search HES resume guide. HES, that's Harvard something something, Harvard Extension School resume guide. Yes, HES resume guide. So then I think there are guides here, there are do's and don'ts. It says be consistent in format and comments, blah blah blah. So these are like action verbs you need to use, but I think these are not the things. So you see here I said that you need to have a name, email, education section, but for here, necessarily for your education you might not need to put all of this. So and also for your CV, you just hand this one that they wrote. So some of you, let's say you are guided between you scored between 2014 to 2019. You don't need to write 2014 to 2019. Just write the year you graduated. You don't need to put the months. So it's two schools. So for example, if it is university, polytechnic first before university, so the polytechnic will be this, while university will be this, so not the other way around. So that's why I said that CV is always in reverse chronological order. So you have section, education needs to come first, although there's something called professional summary that needs to come after your details here. Like people will say, okay, put it after, but that is it's optional. So let me show you guys. So technical skills. Some people used to add these skills like at the end of their CV, but I think I read a post lately on LinkedIn and the person said that after you put your education, write your skills. Like your skills should be the next section. So your skills is like saying, okay, I went to this social school to acquire this education. This is what I can do. So now the next one will now be your work experience. Your work experience will now be this is how I practicalized it. So but my previous CV had been that it was experience. Then I brought up my skills. So it depends. So you just check up top soft skills and top hard skills. Or advise that your skills here should be 70% more hard skills, like maybe Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Office. Maybe like look at this one. These ones are hard skills. They are hard skills. So you can just put because all those soft skills then HR guys they've seen it a lot and they're like, yeah, that's not like the major thing they want. So, but I would advise if you can do 9, if you can add at least 9, so you can do yours like this in such a way that would just be this. So I don't know. I don't want to copy this last part. So it can be like this. So because it's not nice you just put them like just in rows that it will take up all the whole space. So you now have professional experience. It's not right most you put technical skills. Skills is enough. Professional experience you can put work experience. So you now put the organization name, the location, what your role, and the month you worked. So this one you write your start date and the end date, and I'll just basically advise that most times when you want to get a when you're looking for a job, if you are currently working and you're in an interview, they'll basically drill you like if ask you questions like why do you want to leave your organization. So maybe if you want to avoid that question, I'll just advise you just say that you stopped working there already. So you just put it on your CV. But it depends on you. All these things are just side information. So I would basically explain to you, and most people that are probably watching this video, maybe they are currently not working. So look at this now. I led a team of 6 people to manage, operate. So you can pick up some keywords here so that you can have a guide about content. And but like I said, anything you're going to be putting must be plausible, must be something that you know you can do, that you can answer the questions about. Uh, so now I said that this person wrote in past tense. So 3 to 4 things that I did is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, but I think 3 to 4 is okay. So you can do some that it will be 3, some will be 4. So you can person said 3 now. So this person CV is a 2-page one. Let me go down. Their certification section. But I think this look nice. So you see in education, professional experience, blah blah blah, volunteering experience. So now look at this person volunteering experience. Maybe if you also you volunteered in your department, you volunteered in your church, you volunteered somewhere else. So but you could have as well you wrote your volunteering experience as just one organization and do it like this, that okay, these are the things I did there. So your volunteering experience should not be maybe more than a section like this. So then let me just go down, scroll a bit. So it should follow the same format. Now the width, let me try to see. Let me put my Word document to explain to you when it comes to width. I think so. Just really go through this PDF and stay true to it, and you understand. So cover letter, dear. I think this is a guide to cover letter. So let me try to open my own personal CV for you guys. Well, I will not add my CV to, so just my issue I want to do this anyway. So basically, so this is my CV. I wrote my biographics here. Then you see now, if you are not a first class graduate, please don't add this. Like it doesn't make you might add upper second class upper, but all this CV is just a way that okay, putting your best foot forward. In the next 5 years now, it is what can you do. So you see here, I just wrote 2019, 2015. So like I told you, I'm a fresh graduate. So yeah, I have my skills. Me, I even wrote 6. So much is more hard skills. I didn't write any soft skills. Write any soft skills. Work experience. Look at this and you can easily see, and I said I worked in 4 organizations. This is one I co-founded. This is my leadership and volunteering experience. For those who know me, I volunteered in a couple of stuff, but I just combined this together, blah blah blah. So I think this is okay. I'm trying to see if I can pull up another type of my CV. So let me see this Word document, see what but I think for this CV you might need some personal review. You might need basic personal review, like probably one-on-one, because the issue people have is how to bring up content for their CV. Don't know why my system is slow. is loading. So people have issues bringing up content, but and give you some in-depth information on how to bring up content for your CV and all. I'll be willing to review your CV for you for free. So far you message me during the time that I'm free. I'm a rapper. I'll review for free. So far you message me when I'm free. Yeah. So I have this is my professional summary. Well, on my major CV is actually not there. So this is what I wanted to show you guys here is let me control A this. You see now I was able to increase. Imagine what I had is okay. Although this is not. Most times you notice that there's always this wide margin space, like to the right. There's always this wide margin. So but what I did was that so that I can contain more words. So I will just control light to see that you move the ruler so you get so with this now you can contain more words. So I think that's like what I wanted to show you guys on it. So let me go back to that. I think I didn't miss anything in that workshop or in this video. I hope I was able to show you practical. So I'll send our dad some of the CVs that can help you with it. So yeah, I want to assume that you if at this point I'm supposed to probably break this video now, but let me just see it once. You must have understood career paths. Your CV must have been top notch. Then you can now move into LinkedIn to optimize your LinkedIn account. Optimize is make it better. Okay, so let's start with a very good CV and a clear career path direction. You have 60% of your LinkedIn profile ready. So name on LinkedIn should be first name and last name. So my name is the name my mom and dad gave me that they told me is that my name is Joseph. And my dad's surname is Chayola. So that's what they told me. So if my name is going to be on LinkedIn, it's going to be Joseph Chayola, not the other way around, not Chayola Joseph. So I have another name. So for those of you who treasure your third name on LinkedIn, majority of those who have names on LinkedIn just use two names. Some people use maybe initials for the third name, but majority use first name and last name. So LinkedIn features, search menu and all I'm going to explain. It's very easy to navigate. Keywords should be on your profile. About yourself should be catchy. Search for people in your career line. Switch on your job alert if you need a job. Now, this switch on your job alert is different from you're open to work. I would basically advise you, no matter how desperate you are about looking for a job, never never. There's a tab menu for you to open that you're open to work on LinkedIn. That stuff doesn't look nice. I'm going to show you guys how it doesn't look nice. It's a feature on LinkedIn that is causing more harm than good. LinkedIn notify people of some changes you make on your profile. So switch off settings. So when you are creating up your LinkedIn profile, the thing about it is that there's really nothing that you do on LinkedIn that you cannot undo. Like if you can change anything anytime, you can change your name, you can change anything. And I advise you to do two-step verification. Use a professional picture. I might not be showing us how to do a two-step verification on LinkedIn, but because just check up Google or watch the video how to do a two-step verifications. The reason is so that your LinkedIn account will not be hacked. I've heard of people whose LinkedIn account have been hacked. I advise you to download the app. The app is spelled LinkedIn, like this. Linked. Oh, sorry, this is even linked. Sorry, this is the spelling. LinkedIn optimization. So the app is spelled LinkedIn. Just go to Google Play Store for those of you that are using Android, and for those of you that are using iPhone, you know how you download. Oh, that sounds like I'm not using an iPhone. Yeah, so you just download LinkedIn, whichever we advise you have the app, and in case you have any issues with logging in, please try to remember your password. Maybe you have to link up I9. I don't know, but sometimes people have issues with logging in on LinkedIn. Before you set up LinkedIn profile, try to see that at least you've logged in like once, twice, to be sure that the thing did not log you out. But in case you now have issues with logging in on LinkedIn another time, try to get someone's laptop to log in, because somebody who had issues was able to log in on a laptop to be able to access his account, and what else? So you'll be fine. So, common myth about LinkedIn, like a raw, part of the lies people used to think about LinkedIn, it's only for job seekers. Nope, LinkedIn is not just for job seekers. If you want to stay attuned or stay abreast of what's happening in your industry around you, I mean, you need to like common sense stuff. LinkedIn is like social media. It's fun. Like if you are really active on LinkedIn, you might not see the need to be on Facebook. That's if you see Facebook, and it might be something you might eventually like. People do the normal social media stuff, but there are some things they don't do on LinkedIn. I think in this video I'm going to explain also. People think it's only for graduates. That's a lie. So part one students are on LinkedIn. People who have not entered university are on LinkedIn. Serious. So it's a social media that you don't need. I'm not sure there's an age limit for it for now. You will need to join. You will need to know a lot to join. People think that LinkedIn is difficult, that you need to know a lot of people to join. There's nothing like that. That or it's time demanding. It's just the same way you are flexible with WhatsApp, then you can always come online at your convenient time. That's what LinkedIn is. It's a social media. Like let that register in your mind. So now the thing is how to benefit most from LinkedIn. So you can just be on LinkedIn and just be wasting your data. So number one is be active. What I mean be active, you need to do what people are doing, observe what they are doing, read people's posts, comment on their posts, make posts. Okay, like say observe what others are doing, read people's posts, see others' achievement as a motivation for getting better. So when it comes to LinkedIn, you might feel intimidated also because like the Instagram high class life, where everybody's doing Instagram live. So LinkedIn can be that you just see one young small boy who has graduated first class, collects 500K, and just life is just that smooth for him or her. So what you need to do is to ensure that those thoughts are things that motivate you to probably get better, or so you might feel like what have I done with my life? So those are things that you might want to expect on LinkedIn. So, but I think this should not discourage you. There are more to learn on LinkedIn. I've learned a whole lot when it comes to emotional intelligence, when it comes to stuff. So you should be on LinkedIn even though you are earning a nice job. So see or comment on people's posts. Don't just say nice posts. Like say things that like you know that when somebody reads it, they'll be like, oh, this person has like sense at all. So it makes you visible. So it's called LinkedIn visibility. So for you to be visible on LinkedIn, you need to be active, post and write. Be ready to show off. You are your own personal hype man. So yeah, at first I was not comfortable with all of this showing off stuff on LinkedIn. I mean, show off like your achievements. You just won an award. You just wrote an exam and you passed. You just I do maybe got a new job. I don't know, but it's not everything that you post to. But just check out some of the things that people post. And I think for LinkedIn, one of the things that people need to, I was asking a friend of mine to help me check up a post I wanted to post on LinkedIn, and the first question he asked me is that, so what do people want to gain from this thing that you want to post on LinkedIn now? And that question he asked me has always been my guide anytime I post something on LinkedIn. So what are we going to learn? Even though you want to brag that you got one admission or you did this, so what are they going to learn? Because if people feel like they are going to learn something, your post will have more likes. LinkedIn is not like Facebook that people used to give like anyhow, even though they don't read, but people will read. People are stingy with likes on LinkedIn. So, but if you're an influencer on LinkedIn, people are not stingy with you, will just give you likes anyhow. So what you just need to do is that you, like I was trying to know what I was saying. So ready to show off your own personal man. Don't feel intimidated to make your first post and post regularly on your niche. That is in your industry, things that are wrong your career path. You might feel like I don't know what to post, but I think that by reading other people's posts, don't be afraid. And I will advise you before you post anything on LinkedIn, read it like 10 times to be sure that there are no grammatical errors. But thank God, LinkedIn has a feature for you to be able to edit what you post. So I think it's just teach you to be excellent instead of just coming up on WhatsApp, writing one jargon that you write, I am in boy. So you might not want to do that on LinkedIn for yourself. So have at least 500 connections. You're like, geez, how will I have 500 connections? So it's very easy to have 500 connections. I'm going to let you know how that works. ask your friends for recommendation. Going to explain. Don't of LinkedIn. What are the things you should not do on LinkedIn? Don't be too serious. I said don't use the open to work on LinkedIn. Don't be too playful. They're like voila for who wants start or open LinkedIn app. So don't be too serious, don't be too playful. For you to know all of these limits, just try to check up what people are doing for the next few days that you open an account. Not reading a write up carefully before posting. I talked about that so that don't be grammatical error. Never diss anybody. This is not Twitter. Don't diss anybody. It's not a dating site. You might find your wife or your husband there, but for guys that are into shooting or shots, you see a lady and you say nice pics. LinkedIn is not for that. It's like the person will write up something, you don't need to comment on post physique. So this is not Twitter or WhatsApp. Benefit of LinkedIn networking, it's a fast way to get a job. It gives you global perspective. There's a wide range of opportunities on LinkedIn. I mean, you will be able to know what's happening around. I mean, wide of opportunities. Maybe there's a funding somewhere. You can get a mentor. Via LinkedIn, I was able to connect with my mentor today. And we've never met, and just LinkedIn networking, I've been able to meet like quite a number of persons who they've been of immeasurable benefit to my life that we've never met. And maybe we might not meet this year, we might meet maybe at the end of this year. So LinkedIn is just a place to network to people. People are really nice, I think. So you might be in the corner of your room, or maybe that Ogun State, Abeokuta, anywhere, and I don't know why I mentioned Ogun State. So and be able to network to the right set of persons. It was via LinkedIn I was able to network and was able to like get a lot of opportunities. Let me just stop at there. So yeah, I think at this assignment I'm going to come back to this. So let me go to my LinkedIn account. Go to LinkedIn account. Okay, I hope I'm not boring you guys. In case I'm boring you, pause the video and go and sleep. Yeah, yeah. So how do I start? I think this will be much better on your phone, but I don't know what notification do I have. Okay, so let me just. Okay, so I was just talking about bragging now. This is NYC now. This girl collected Orishirishi award and she posted it on LinkedIn. So you just. Why is the background this blue? Yeah. It was 1 year of impact, not only for the society but also for myself. Congratulations to me. Let me see how many likes she has garnered. You see, just for this, gathered 299 likes, 41 comments. That was God. On God. Yeah, so this is my profile. So the first thing on LinkedIn is that you need to have a professional picture like this. Now, for this background picture that is plan, strategy, and business, I think if you want to fix this kind of picture, you have to log into LinkedIn on a laptop because I'm not sure if it works. You can do it on a phone. So this picture that is on this big background, if you check up other people, is always like a picture that depicts your industry. So this picture depicts my industry, business plan, strategy, analysis, blah blah blah, the word. So I didn't do the design myself. I just checked up Google. So this is a new feature on LinkedIn that pronounce your name.
Joseph Jayola.
So that's my name. So now this year, so LinkedIn has a section. LinkedIn is like a CV section. Look at it now. LinkedIn has like a experience section. LinkedIn has education section. It has license certification. It has volunteer and experience section. So that's why I say that if you have a very good CV, like you will just be inserting all of this. This is recommendation, this is accomplishment, this is interest, that one is minor. So just open LinkedIn and basically follow the prompt. Anything they're asking you, just follow anything that you insert there, you can always change it. So this is now the reason why I said you need to have at least 500 connections is because on LinkedIn here, LinkedIn will show people that I have 500 plus connections. So there's just this perception people have. Some people might have on LinkedIn that when they see you have less than 500 connection, they when they see that you have four something or three, they feel like you are new on LinkedIn. But if they see 500 plus, they just have that bias that really matic LinkedIn, so he or she understand LinkedIn. But in the real sense, I have people used to have more followers, but me, I'm not particular about followers like that. Like that, I have 2,500 followers. People have 30k, 40k followers. I think lately I've not been very active on LinkedIn, so I need to be. So you see, but from the outside, it just shows people 500. So it's when they click on this 500, they now see. So this open to work. If I open this open to work, there will be something that will show on my profile like this. Let me show you guys. I'm going to come to my profile. Let me search open to work. Open to work. Open to work. I want to search up somebody's profile that the person will open to work. The way LinkedIn work, it works like Google that you can people. Somebody should get. Oh, why is it not bringing up someone? There's just one going something. Let me check out some of the man called gravity profile when graduating people. Ah, okay. Anyway, so I hope you guys. Sorry, I wasn't able to search that. Okay, so I'll just advise you don't put that open to work on. It doesn't look nice. So there are other ways you can. Yes, you can on your job alert here now. If you are using a phone, it will be like on the down part. My job alert is on. It's a place for job alerts. The interface is quite different. Let me see if I can change this to a phone. There's no way. So okay. So for example, so if you're just new on LinkedIn, yeah. Now I want to assume that you must have searched for your career path. So yeah, now I can come and I'm gonna come on Ibokoro. I'll come and change my name and see now. So yeah, my headline, profile headline. Now our this is like one of the important thing you need to search on LinkedIn. Look at there was a time I was able to search for copywriters on LinkedIn because those people had those things on their profile. So if you not use a profile headline, it might not show. So this profile headline has like word limits. Yes. So I've not even exhausted it. I think it can exhaust too, but it can exhaust, but I don't know why it's not exhausting. Mama Kware. So yeah, you have exceeded the limit of 107 character. So you try to make sure that you maximize it. Then so you see education section now, Obafemi University, Uriah University, industry, market research, website. So I don't need to save this card. So you come to the next section, you input your who I am. So this is about yourself. Check up other person's about and see this is my own about who I am, what I can do. But you might not have to follow this pattern. This featured is an advanced settings. I might not. I'm not sure. I can't even remember the way I did it. I just knew I was playing around LinkedIn and I saw something like that. But it's not like very important. These are just posts. More like a post that I pinned for people to see when they first of all view my profile. Our activities are things that I've said on LinkedIn. So this is what I posted something and nobody has liked it. I don't know why I posted this. So this is my experience. So you just if you check up my CV, I just copied. Uh, this thing is very simple. Anyways, guys, so just come here. Okay, this is if I want to add another one. Just come here. You put the company name. They will ask you what type of job. So you put the title. what type of job is it, full time, part time, or contract, the location. They now ask you description, what are the things you did. So you just copy all the things you did past tense on your CV and insert it there. What else? You do for everything. Education, license, volunteering experience. Look at now. So I said presiding officer, vice president. So when somebody looks checks up your profile, person feel like, okay, not bad. General secretary. This recommendation, I can ask somebody to give me a recommendation. Ask for a recommendation. Let me see. I'll just click and he asks, who do you want? Let me type select a relationship. Favor thoughts. Favor thoughts me. Select a position. Favor thoughts me how to pay you. Hi Favor, could you write a recommendation? Already sent for this position. So look at recommendation that I asked people to send for me. I said, Blessing Joseph is a diligent young man, blah blah blah. So just so people write, check your profile, and they're like, wow, this is accomplishment. So you can always fix this. Now, if your profile is top notch, if your profile is top notch, then you can always if you've done everything I hacked up, then you can always say reach out to